We're about to begin the services for Jill A. Weil. We want to welcome everyone here at the chapel as well as those of you viewing the service online. Just a gentle reminder for those of you present here at the chapel, if you have a cell phone with you, please place it in the silent mode or turn it off completely. That would be appreciated. Officiating this morning is Cantor Natalie Young, the Beth Emmett Synagogue in Evanston.
Adonai roi lo echsar b'neot asher b'tzini al mei menuchot al mei menuchot Yanalini Nafshi shovev Yeshuvev Yancheni b'magli tzedek Yancheni b'magli tzedek leman shemo Gam kelech begit salmavet Lo rak imadi Shiftecha u'mishanetecha imayenachamuni Toroch lefanai Shulchan neged zorerai Dishanta v'shemen roshi kosi revaya Ach tov chasad yerdefuni Kol yemei chayai Kol yemei chayai V'shavti beveit Adonai liorach yamim Adonai roi lo echsar Adonai roi lo echsar Holy One, you care for me. I am content. You lead me to still waters, places of rest and renewal. You guide me down the right path to live a good life. When I walk through a valley of deepest darkness, I feel no harm, for you are with me. Signs of your nearness offer me support and comfort. When faced with fear, your love flows over me and sustains me. As I journey on, loving kindness finds me each day of my life. I come home to you. There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments. With lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I've loved them all. In my life I love you more. We are here today to remember a beautiful soul, Jill Weil, whose heart of gold and zest for life enriched the lives of those around her. Fiercely loyal to those she loved with a strong and adventurous spirit, Jill was a magnet for kids who found safe haven and a nurturing soul in her. Serving as a preschool teacher for 38 years and a principal for 3, she was truly loved by so many. Sometimes you're born into a family, and sometimes you need to go and find it. Sometimes it finds you. No matter how it comes together, when it does, family is what you fight for. Family is what you protect. Ray, you and Jill were not only sisters, but best friends for 70 years. An incredible connection that you had with one another is one of life's most precious gifts. You were endlessly devoted to and complemented one another, and together grew your chosen family. Your boys who all through different circumstances found a loving home with you and Jill. What an incredible blessing that you all came into each other's lives. Isaac and Kristen, Brian of blessed memory, Eric and James and Elizabeth brought pride and joy to Jill and Ray. With great openness and love, their family expanded even more when they adopted sisters. Sharon Orlowek with her late husband and wonderful daughter Shira, Anne Eklund Day with her husband Steve and daughter Jennifer, and Margaret Garner and Toby Lang. It has been a lifelong commitment to creating this chosen family. While Jill's life was complicated by poor health, she faced it with grace and a resilient spirit. I think you said tough as nails. Something that we should all strive for in life. And while others faced their own health battles, Jill was an ever-present resource and inspiration for them and made sure to stay connected however she could. Jill was passionate about many things: music, art, and politics, living a life of advocacy for diversity and equality at every level. Music. Music is said to be the language of the soul, and with her sweet singing voice, she found a way to put more light and beauty into the world. We ask God's blessings upon Jill's family and all who knew and loved her. May you all derive comfort and strength from the storehouse of sacred memory, and may you draw strength from her legacy. May Jill continue to watch over you from on high, and may her memory be for a blessing. Zichrona livracha. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea drop by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It is my honor to invite up Ray to share some words about her sister.
Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome each and every one of you to celebrate the life of my dear sister, Jill. She'd be so pleased to see each of you. This eulogy is hardest for me, but that makes it the most meaningful to be able to give. I'd like to start by reading some words that Ann Day sent for me to read, starting to talk about Jill. I woke up this morning taking a deep breath and realizing that I will spend the rest of my life without you, not laughing with you or sharing our thoughts and plans. Yet I will always hear your voice deep inside of me, and I will always be thankful that we had you in our lives. Dear sister of my heart, I will miss you every day. I remember the day we met. We were in French class. You were the curly-haired freshman in the navy blue raincoat, the one with the big smile and an attitude to match. I knew there was a lot more behind that beautiful smile. I was right. You had this huge heart and love for people. You instinctively understood the shortcomings of your fellow humans and still loved and accepted everyone just as they were. You had an incredible gift for making everyone feel loved and special. You shared your family with me, and the four of you taught me what the love of family really meant, and most of all, how it should feel. You were a fiercely loyal and loving daughter, mother, sister, teacher, and friend. Dear Jill, your courage and strength inspired me every day. Despite your pain, you always gave the best of yourself to us all. Throughout my life, you have been my sister, my best friend, my inspiration, and the mightiest warrior I will ever know. I will always be grateful that you were and are a big part of my life, and I thank you so very much for sharing yours with me. Dear sister of my heart, I will miss you every day. Jill and I were born in New York City. We lived for 3 years in New Jersey before moving to Riverdale, where we attended PS 81 and junior high school 141. We moved to Chicago when Jill was 13. She attended Nettlehurst for 8th grade and went on to Lakeview High School. She met many of our close friends there, Sharon, Ann, Maggie, Karen. She began working with the vet at Lincoln Park Zoo helping remove a splinter from one of the lions, pull a polar bear's tooth, finding a dentist to help file an elephant's broken tusk. Her famous demonstration speech for her English class involved borrowing a boa constrictor to demonstrate it. And our usual social justice moves involved breaking the barrier for girls to wear pants at school. Jill spent 1 year at the School of the Art Institute. Her famous final exam was to create a room full of lime jello that you could walk through. Experience art. She went on to the University of Illinois at Chicago, where she found her passion to be an elementary school teacher. She went on to earn a double master's degree in reading and early childhood. She got involved in Hillel on campus. After graduation, Jill began working for the Chicago Public Schools. She spent time as a sub and FTB, and finally a full-time teacher at William H. King Elementary School for 14 years and at John C. Coonley Elementary School. She retired after 38 years because, as she said, she found it hard to hop like a bunny at her age. As many of you know, Jill's last few years have been a medical miracle of survival. Her allergies to fish, shellfish, pineapple developed after age 45. She had so many illnesses. Through it all, she maintained a kind, smiling, sunny personality. She watched the Obama election results from her hospital bed with all the nurses gathered around her to watch too. I was driving downtown to file her mail-in ballot. She and I have been political personalities for many years, from our activities during political campaigns to the kitchen at the 44th Ward fairs, to Obama rallies, and now to Joe Biden's election. She was a passionate campaigner. We learned lots along the way and had a few wild experiences. I will sorely miss all the trips to restaurants. We started eating with chopsticks at ages 5 and 7, to the Art Institute and other museums, to the zoo, to Disney World. She won't get to see Harry Potter World after all. To so many other special adventures we've had over the years. We've been together our whole lives, and this will be a big change for me. It's like cutting off my right arm. Good thing I'm left-handed. So each of you needs to help me through it. So here's to your new great adventures, baby sister. May you have many special adventures, see old friends and family, and watch over us all.
When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something. Something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. I'd like to invite James up.
I didn't really prepare many words for today. I just wanted to go off of my heart more than anything. I just wanted to thank Ray so much for bringing everybody together. It's a beautiful ceremony. Jill's a beautiful person. I'm glad everybody was able to make it that could. If everybody that wanted to make it could be here, this entire building wouldn't be good enough or big enough. There are times throughout my life and many of yours where we didn't feel good enough. We didn't feel like we belonged. We didn't feel like many people cared about us. But Mama Jill would never have any of that. And on days that you would doubt yourself, she would always be there to give you whatever it is you needed to get over the hump. And while she let Ray cater to her, she wouldn't let anybody else. There were days, and we've all had it, where I didn't want to get out of bed. There was times in law school where I felt like I just couldn't write another word, but couldn't make it to that final. And then I thought, what would Jill do if Jill could feel the way she did for over 10 years? And yet I only saw her nightgown a half a dozen times. She was dressed and up every single morning. She fought brave until the very end. And the thing was, is she always put her needs on the back burner, to accommodate for others. Like on her deathbed, I walked in and she could hardly talk, but she just sat up and said, "Score." Meaning she just wanted to know how the White Sox or the Cubs were doing that day, even though it's stupid spring training and nobody cares but me, And that's just in a nutshell what Jill was. And she was loyal to the end, even if you weren't loyal to her. She just looked past it and tried her best to understand, and she did. She had an uncanny knack of understanding people. And, we love you. You're not gone. And what's in there is just what's left over of you. We know that you're in a better spot. You'll be with all of us always, between the laugh and those eyes. That anytime Jill had to put people in order and back in line, we'll miss all of that, but at the same time, all of it will be with us always. So, anyway, we love you, and we'll see you on the other side one of these days. Thank you.
Someone shared this beautiful acronym for light with me. It makes me think of Jill putting her light out into the world that lasts far beyond our mortal bodies. Love, inspire, give, heal, and transform. And Jill certainly did that in her lifetime, and her legacy will remain a beacon of hope and guide us forward in the days ahead. If you are able, I invite you to rise now for the memorial prayer. תחת כנפי השכינה עם קדושים וטהורים כזוהר רקיע מזהירים את נשמת גילה בת שמואל מהערים שלחה לעולמה ברחמים, רחמים, יסיריה בסדרי כנפיו לעולמים, ויצרו Adonai hu nacharata. V'tanuch b'shalom al mishkava. V'nomar Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Jill, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let her find refuge in your eternal presence, and let her soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is her inheritance. May she rest in peace. And let us say, Amen.
Please be seated for a few brief announcements, folks. The interment will take place at Memorial Park Cemetery, located here in Skokie. If you're driving to the cemetery, please obtain an orange funeral sticker to be placed in the inside portion of your front windshield, and we will also provide magnetic flags for the top of your vehicle if you're going to the cemetery. Please use your bright headlights at all times while in procession, as well as your emergency flashers, and be careful going through the intersections. You can use your horn liberally. I'm going to ask the following gentlemen to please step forward to help escort the casket from the chapel. Isaac Weil, James Garner, Eric Hine, and Ryan Doherty. I'll ask everyone else to please rise.